Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. On today's episode of me talking about 7 things, I'm going to be going over the season finale of Last One Standing Season 3, 3 Dog Fight to the Finish. Now before I continue, please check out the links in the description below. I would really appreciate it. Now on to the episode. We are at day 31 and the end of the competition is near. The survivalists get a scroll and are told they need to make a ladder and cordage. They have 1 day to make at least 12 feet of cordage and a ladder that has at least 7 rungs and is 12 feet tall and will be able to hold their weight. We hear the survivalists talking about their journeys. Chini started off under the radar but has gone full steam ahead at the end. Matt has had a close call with an elimination early on, but managed to do well the rest of the challenge with a few exceptions. He is humble and he has skills in hunting, engineering, adaptability, and good sportsmanship, which are traits that speak for themselves. Darren talks about him being med-tab last season and wanting to win, and he has been learning survival skills since he was 5. He has an advantage with the saw, and Chini has an advantage with the paracord, and Matt uses the boar hide to tie the rungs of his ladder onto the main side pole sticks that he's using. When Chini was going through her seer training, they had her make a lot of natural cordage, so she is very prepared. And Darren works on his cordage until early in the morning. Day 32, and it is finale day, which is interesting because during the trailer for the season, they said it would be a month-long competition, but there aren't 32 days in any month, but maybe they filmed the voiceover stuff before they completed the season. I have no idea. And so everyone has a scroll. Everyone goes to a spot on the map with their cordage and ladders. The survivalists must give up all items except for their ladder, cordage, hide, and kukri. They have a gauntlet challenge they must complete to win. They need to use their ladder to climb a tree and get a bow. And once they finish that phase, they must hit 2 crocodile targets with 2 arrows each. They must then swim across the river to complete the next phase of the challenge, which is creating a J-hook with a branch that they need to attach to their cordage to snare an old fish trap on the riverbank, and the fish trap will contain a ferro rod. Then they must go to a waterfall and jump into the pool below, swim to shore, then make a fire, and they must light a signal fire in a pyre and must burn the cordage surrounding a rock, and once that rock falls, then the winner is chosen, and the winner will get a 10.0 PSR, they will get $100,000, and they will get the title of Last One Standing. Now, the final challenge begins, and Matt is the first to get his bow and runs off to the next phase. The quiver with arrows is at phase 2, and Matt and Chini quickly get 2 hits while Darren is slightly behind. Matt is 4 for 4 with shooting his arrows and is in first place moving on to the next phase. And Chini takes a while to get her last shot, and Darren has a few misses in the beginning, but finishes before Chini. Then everyone swims across the river, and Matt is in the lead with Chini and Darren on his heels. He's also the first to make a J-hook from a branch to get the fish trap, and Chini is second to get the fish trap with the ferro rod, and it takes Darren a few times, and finally, he gets his ferro rod, but is a little bit behind. Then the competitors jump from the waterfall. Matt is in the lead, followed by Chini and Darren catches up to Chini, but Matt is still in the lead. They must use a rock they find, plus gather material to make their fire in the pyre. And everyone is struggling to make fire, but Chini is the first to make fire, and then Matt, and then we go to commercial. We have PSR updates, which is basically the PSRs we were given at the end of last episode, because they wanted to say these are the PSRs going into the finale. And Matt has a 9.8, Darren has a 9.8, and Chini has a 9.2 going into this final challenge. And also Darren has 115 days on a challenge, Chini has 99 days, and Matt has 284 days. And then once we get back to commercial, there's still some tension going on. And it takes Darren a little bit longer to make his fire, but he managed to find some dry grass before he started making his fire. And that gives him a little bit of the edge because the grass burns really quickly. And Darren's rock falls, and Darren is the winner of Last One Standing Season 3. That's right, Darren wins, gets that 10.0 PSR, $100,000, and the title of Last One Standing. Matt and Chini are the runners-up, and they're happy for Darren. All three are deserving of their spots in the top three and are all super humble. And Matt and Chini aren't upset by the results, but are happy for Darren, and they're proud of themselves for making it that far, but they still wanted to win. Then a helicopter comes to take Darren away. We see flashes of everyone throughout the competition as they talk about their experiences. Matt hints that this isn't the last we've seen of him on Naked and Afraid. Darren says he's investing money in his bee business, and he also says he may not be a big deal, but he's the real deal. And the season ends. So I think that this was a good season. I would rate it above season 1, but I still think season 2 is the best of the 3 seasons. So season 2, season 3, season 1. It started strong, then it got a little bit rocky, but then I think it finished really strong. We got really good storylines from the final 4, although it took Darren's storyline a while to kick in because we don't really see him a lot during the season. I believe he was kind of the dark horse of the competition because we didn't really see that much of him in the edit until the end when he got first place in the Primitive Fire Challenge and in the Bird Trap Challenge. Chini, she started off a little bit in the middle as well, and then the 3 women tapped about halfway through, and she was the last woman standing, and she powered through, and she managed to finish first in the Rocket Stove Challenge, and she got third in the Primitive Fire Challenge and earned her spot in the top 3. And Matt is probably one of the best survivalists of Naked and Afraid and has proven his skills over and over. So I think this is a very strong top 3. They're all great. I hope we can see them all again. I hope we can see a few other individuals from this season again, at least those who want to come back. I know there are probably a few who never want to return, and that's unfortunate. And so hopefully we can see some of them again, at least, maybe some competing on another season of Last One Standing. It'd be great to see Kai back since she was med-tapped. It'd be great to see Jamie back because he was med-tapped. So we shall see what happens. And soon, Naked and Afraid Apocalypse will start airing, and so I'll probably give recaps on that. But thank you all so much for listening. Please like, comment nice things, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.